Good morning, I'm Mackie Shilstone, and I'm teaming up now with my son Spencer, who is a nationally certified corrective exercise specialist and performance coach. And over these next 6 weeks, we're going to show you a grouping of 6 different movements to give you greater ability to keep those shoulders back and working on the mid-back. We're going to prevent what's called scapula, shoulder blade winging. And we'll show you in the first 2 weeks stretches that you can do. In the second 2 weeks, some dynamic warm-ups if you're in the gym, and then or even outside, and then last some strength exercises. So Spencer, what's first up this week?
Well, first up, we're going to work on a stretch for your shoulders and your back to really make sure that you're all loose. It's something that's so easy that you can actually do this in the shower.
So it looks like I'm using a towel, right?
Yep, a towel, a washcloth, something long enough.
So let me turn to the side so you can see. I know what we're going to be doing, so.
All right, so the way we're going to start this is actually, I'm going to turn you this way. You're going to have your hand behind here, right at the back, and you're going to be holding the towel. And on the other side, you're going to have your forward arm right here holding the other side of the towel. Now, what I want you to do is pull this towel down. And so let's turn you back around so everyone can see. And while you're doing this, you're going to be stretching out the shoulder and making the back a little bit stretched out. And hold that for about 3 seconds while trying to pull that other hand down.
You know, one of the things I found is when I do that, and you can do it in the bath, in the shower, and you can use just a washcloth because your back is wet and it will slide easily. But one of the things I found, Spencer, when I do it is, you see my arm here? If I pull down and hold and stretch this arm back, I find I get a much greater stretch simply by pulling my arm back. What do you think about that?
Absolutely, and you're also going to be getting a stretch in the front of the chest as well, in that pec muscle. So when you're doing that, you want to make sure that you're pulling down and pulling the other arm up and hold it for about 3 seconds. Give you a little bit of time to rest in between and then pull even farther. That's going to give your body the ability to actually go up higher with that next stretch.
What about if people find that one shoulder is able to pull up more than the other? Do you find that is normal?
Oh, absolutely. People have muscle imbalances all the time. The way you're going to correct that is adding just a little bit more time to the other side so that you can get to that equally balanced level.
So what you're seeing here is a simple stretch, and I'm using just a standard towel, and it's something that you can do anytime. And as Spencer said, you can do it coming out of the shower. You can use the washcloth actually in the shower. And again, how many seconds do we hold?
You want to hold for about 3 to 5 seconds, and while you're doing that, you want to pull this arm down while pulling this arm up. Give yourself about a 3 to 5 second break in between, and then do it again, pulling that arm a little bit higher up. And you want to do that 3 to 5 times total on each side. And like we mentioned, if you have an imbalance where one side doesn't have that mobility, give it some extra love and do it a little bit more.
And let me also say, if you have shoulder problems, you want to check with your doctor first. And secondly, you really don't want any pain doing this. This has to be a comfortable stretch. All right, Spencer, what are we going to do next week in this tandem of 2 weeks at a time?
Well, the next stretch that we're going to do is going to be really focusing on the mobility of the mid-back. So we're going to be using something like a dowel pole or a resistance band during this one, and you're going to be in a seated position.
All right, I'm Mackie Shilstone, and for Spencer Shilstone, we'll see you next time on Workout or Wellness Wednesday. And as we always say, stay strong.